Hello everybody and welcome to another running of the Nascar New Year's Eve Spectacular from the Daytona International Speedway here in Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm back commentating Pringles on TV. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold coming down here in the winter time, but just a little sore throat. It's alright, I can still talk. But today we have an amazing event. 21 drivers, different past champions and winners from the season come together today to all duke it out for a $1 million grand prize. It should be a good one under the lights here in Daytona. Let's get right down into it with the starting grid. On the front row, Martin Truex Jr. and Juan Pablo Montoya, David Ruderman and Clint Bowyer in row number 2, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Greg Biffle in row number 3, Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, row 4, Mark Martin and Kurt Busch, row 5, Bill Elliott and Jamie McMurray in row 6. Carl Edwards and Bobby Labonte in row number 7. Jimmy Johnson and Brian Vickers in row number 8. Defending winner Brian Vickers. Denny Hamlin and Casey Kane in row number 9. And Kevin Harvick and Ryan Newman in row number 10. And rounding out the field in 21st, Jeff Gordon. And you may notice, ladies and gentlemen, as the field begins to roll off, that they are using the COT spoilers.
Drivers,
there was a
to your cars.
And yeah, they're going to be using the COT spoilers, not the normal spoilers that were used for much of this year in 2010. However, starting next year, they will be using the spoilers again as the field rolls off. Past champion Brian Vickers winning in 2009, that incredible finish. Truex dominated the race, ran out of gas at the end. Disappointing again, but hopefully starting on the pole this year, things will turn out differently. And let's end off 2010 with a bang, shall we? Started the new decade off right this year. The great season, great points battle. So let's end it off with a bang, shall we? Martin Truex Jr., Juan Pablo Montoya, leading with a green flag. We're underway. Let's end off 2010 with a bang. Here we go, green flag. Interesting qualifying, obviously, for the top 3. Truex pulling away here. A lot like what we saw last year. Maybe you want to stick around with the rest of the pack and try and start a field. That's what happened last year. Ran out of gas and finished runner-up. Dominating much of the race. Through turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Here comes Truex. Leading the opening lap from Daytona. As the field shuffling behind them. Montoya, Ruderman, Earnhardt, and Stewart the top 5. Beautiful paint schemes out there tonight. Going back to the wing. The wing, not a very popular move by many fans, as we heard a lot between the end of the season and now. But the decisions are the decisions. We'll be going full-time with spoilers in 2011. Also, the track you may have already seen will undergo some repavement configurations starting immediately after this race, starting on January 2nd. And we'll be all set for Speed Weeks. Truex continues to lead. Number 3. About a good time now to give a shout out to our sponsors: Pringles, Mountain Dew Whiteout, champion of the Democracy 2. Of course, Sprints and Nascar and everybody who helps put on this event. All the drivers for coming down, spending their New Year's Eve in Daytona. All the amazing fans who come out and stick it out in these less than favorable Florida temperatures. Now, for us northerners up there, this is beautiful weather, but for many of the people, many of the locals, pretty chilly. We give thanks to everybody who has come out and supports us. Always great to put on this amazing event. Truex's gaps slowly getting reeled in by Montoya and Lumen. Still single file, not a lot of bump drafting. This final race on this old configuration that's been going on since 1979. A lot of wear on the track, definitely in need of a repave. As was made evident at the Daytona 500, on the track had issues twice in that race. Hopefully none of that tonight. There was none in July, and hopefully none tonight. Montoya back in this race for the first time since 2007 with his win at Watkins Glen. David Reutemann in it for the second consecutive year. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in on his Champions Provisional for 2003. And Stewart. It's incredible this last year and this year, drivers just being able to, and even though it's so close to the year, driver could just get out there, have a huge lead, run the same speeds without any need of drafting help, or very little need of drafting help. What NASCAR fans are hoping going into 2011 is that this race next year is that, oh, there looks like we were trouble. To find out who that was. Interesting what happened there. Like a little bit of shake up there in the middle of the pack. In trouble. Everybody able to skate by, no caution. Strix continues to lead. Coming up on the 1/8 mark complete here in Daytona. Single file lines going on here. how that's able to transpire. Again, some amazing paint schemes tonight. Let's take a minute to point out some of the best about this guy right here, Dale Jr. Beautiful Flames paint scheme right behind him. Tony Stewart, Burger King car. Another beautiful paint scheme. I always like seeing the Aflac 99, Carl Edwards, the Pepsi Challenger, Jeff Gordon. Kevin Harvick's Reese's scheme is always a good one. Denny Hamlin's FedEx scheme. Some amazing paint schemes. Back straight away. Going into the ninth here in turn 3. Incredible views. It's really still split into 2 groups. Still pulling some incredible speeds here. Having that high of drafting help. Montoya trying to get the back bumper. Amazing camera shots going on here. Switch to the incredible work. camera work from all of our camera guys. Being able to show us these great views. Come up our first instance of lap traffic. Casey came. In the 9 car. This will be the first one. Oh, it was Truex to get nearly cut off by the 9 car. And that'll allow Montoya to get reeled in. Contention for the lead is now Montoya gets stuck behind Kane, and Truex is going to open that gap back up. Kane playing some defense there, trying to stay on the lead lap. Not going to go over too well finally with the 56 crew for sure. Come up on the quarter mark. Next time by, not this time, but next time. Quarter mark complete here in Daytona. Truex still pulling away from Montoya. A little bit has come up on another lap car. That is Kyle Busch. Another Interstate Batteries Toyota. As once again he cuts him off. Montoya again reeled in. Right behind the 56 car. Neither driver has won the event before. Montoya just a second appearance, and then Truex again that heartbreaking finish last year. Finishing runner-up. Which is important to win this race, because you get, remember, you get entry into all future New Year's Eve Spectacular races by winning this race. We're going to skip forward a little bit here. Truex still in the lead now, 13 laps to go here in Daytona. And Truex has a huge gap on knowing if he has, not knowing if he has to make a pit stop yet. Come up now, 11 to go. Truex just putting on another dominating performance. Just absolutely incredible how fast he's been, how dominant. Really coming in with just a big drive and fire in his eyes to try and redeem himself from last year. And it's not over. Coming to 10 to go. Could run out of fuel, but he has a huge lead. There's Paulo Montoya, almost a half a lap down. Second spot. But now Montoya has to make a pit stop. Now does Truex have to make a pit stop is the question. He'll come around and Matt Montoya, who's the only other car not on the lead lap. But does Truex have to make a pit stop is the question. Coming to 9 laps to go. To go now. Still no need for a pit stop. The entire field is a lap down. He's going to make a very anticlimactic finish. I think he's pretty much got this in the bag by now. Well, fast forward. He comes to the white flag. Mark Truex Jr. on the last lap. What a performance he has put on here in Daytona tonight. And Mark Truex Jr. has done it. He has pulled off the win. His first win ever in the New Year's Eve Spectacular. Congratulations to the 56 crew, Mark Truex Jr., who is now locked into all future New Year's Eve Spectacular events. He got a dominant performance tonight on the final race with this old Daytona configuration. Also the final race with those wings. Wow, congratulations to everybody, and put on a ton of speed. But as he pulls off, we're going to wrap it up here from Daytona International Speedway. Mark Truex Jr. will be back in 2011. Who else will be there? Find out next year in 2011. This is Pringleson TV, signing off. Thank you for an amazing 2010. We'll see you again in 2011. Goodbye.